Wash these 6 body parts every day to live to 100. 6 overlooked spots you should clean daily to live longer. Ever wonder why some days you feel sluggish, forgetful, or just not yourself? Is it really just getting older, or is there a little secret we've all missed? Picture this: waking up with a clear head, steady feet, fresh breath, and hearing your grandkids' laughter loud and clear. Sounds too good to be true, right? Today, I'm spilling the beans on 6 tiny spots on your body you've probably ignored for years. Spend just a few minutes a day on them, and you might add more good years with the people you love. Curious yet? Let's dive in. I sat down with Dr. Mary Evans, who's been helping seniors stay healthy for over 30 years. She told me something that stuck. It's not always age or luck. Sometimes it's the little things we skip that make us feel off. Made me stop and think, how about you? Let's uncover these 6 spots and see why they matter so much. First up, your tongue, your silent health buddy. Remember the last time you really tasted that warm apple pie fresh from the oven, the flaky crust melting in your mouth, or that first sip of coffee that used to wake up your whole soul? For so many of us, those little joys start to fade as we get older, and we shrug it off as just part of life. But what if I told you there's a hidden culprit right under your nose, or rather in your mouth? Your tongue isn't just there to help you chew or chat with your buddies at the diner. It's a busy little spot home to hundreds of tiny bacteria, some good, some not so friendly. And if you're not giving it a quick clean every day, those troublemakers can do more than just spoil your breath. Think about it over the years. You've brushed your teeth, maybe flossed when you remembered, but how often did you think about your tongue? I used to skip it too, figuring my toothbrush was enough. Then I learned something wild from Dr. Evans. She said those bacteria can sneak into your bloodstream through tiny cuts in your gums, which get more common as we age. Over time, that can stress your heart, mess with your blood sugar, or even make colds hit harder. Who knew something so small could pack such a punch? And then there's the breath thing. Nobody wants to be the one folks step back from at the card table. I met Jim, a 68-year-old retired mechanic, with a laugh that could fill a room. But for years he kept it under wraps because of bad breath that wouldn't quit. I brushed, I chewed gum, nothing worked. He told me, his eyes dropping a little as he remembered. I stopped joining the guys for coffee because I didn't want them whispering about it. Then a dentist suggested scraping his tongue, just a cheap little tool from the drugstore. 2 weeks later, Jim was back, grinning ear to ear. I feel like a new man, he said. I'm talking everyone's ear off now, and my coffee tastes better than ever. So how do you do it? It's simpler than you'd think. Grab a tongue scraper, costs a couple bucks, and use it twice a day. Mornings before you dig into breakfast, give it a few gentle swipes back to front. You'll see a filmy layer come off. Yep, that's the junk you don't want sticking around. At night before bed, go lighter, since your tongue's a bit tender after a day of talking and eating. Rinse with water or a quick swish of mouthwash and you're done. 3 minutes total tops. The payoff? Fresher breath, a sharper sense of taste, and maybe even a little boost for your ticker. Jim's proof it works. His wife even noticed his kisses got better. Ready to give it a shot? Next, your feet, the unsung heroes of your day. Your feet, they've been with you through everything. Those first wobbly steps as a kid, dancing at your wedding, chasing after little ones in the backyard. They've carried you miles, and if you're like me, you probably don't give them a second thought until they start complaining. But here's a question. When was the last time you really took care of them? Not just a quick rinse in the shower, but a proper once-over. Most of us don't, and that's where trouble sneaks in, especially after 60. Feet are tough, sure, 26 bones, 33 joints, and a whole network of muscles keeping you upright. But as we age, things slow down. Blood doesn't flow as easily, skin gets drier, and little problems can turn big fast. Ever had a nagging ache you couldn't explain, or noticed your balance isn't what it used to be? Could be your feet sending up a quiet SOS. Skip cleaning them right, and damp spots between your toes become a playground for fungus or bacteria. For folks with diabetes, it's even riskier. Small infections can spiral into something serious, even hospital-worthy. Linda's story hit me hard. At 72, she'd spent years raising kids, then grandkids, always on her feet. But one day she sat down with tears in her eyes and said, I can't keep up anymore. My feet hurt, and I'm scared I'll fall. She thought it was just age, but her doctor pointed out a sneaky fungal infection from years of quick showers and damp socks. I figured water got in there, so they were clean enough, she admitted. Wrong move. Once she started washing them right, everything changed. I'm back walking the park with my grandson. She told me, her voice lifting. I didn't realize how much I'd missed it. Here's the trick. Sit down maybe on a stool by the tub and use warm water and mild soap. Scrub gently top to bottom and don't skip between the toes. That's where trouble hides. Dry them like you mean it, every crevice with a soft towel. Damp feet are a no-no. Think of wet dishes stacked in the cupboard growing who knows what. Add a touch of lotion to the tops and heels, but keep the toes clear to avoid trapping moisture. Takes 5 minutes, maybe less. Check them daily too. Red spots, cuts, or swelling could mean more than just a long day. Linda's proof her feet feel stronger, her steps surer. Could yours be next? Then there's your armpits, your body's quiet gatekeepers. Armpits, yeah, we all have them. And most of us just slap on some deodorant and call it a day. But have you ever stopped to think about what's really going on under there? It's not just sweat and a whiff of yesterday's workout. Your armpits are home to a bunch of lymph nodes, tiny powerhouses that filter out toxins and keep your immune system humming. Ignore them and you're asking for trouble. Itchiness, rashes, even a tired feeling you can't shake. Sound familiar? I used to think deodorant was my fix-all. Spray it on, smell good, done. Then Dr. Evans dropped a bombshell: sweat bacteria and leftover product can clog things up down there over time. It's like putting a kink in your body's detox hose. Clogged lymph nodes mean your system works harder, and that's no picnic when you're over 60. Plus, there's the odor. Nobody wants to be that person at bingo night. Ever had a rash that wouldn't quit, or a bump that made you wince? Could be your armpits crying for help. Sue, 65, knows this too well. A retired nurse, she spent decades on her feet sweating through long shifts. Summer was the worst, she said. I'd layer on antiperspirant, but I still smelled off and my skin was always irritated. She figured it was normal until a friend suggested washing better. I thought, I shower, isn't that enough? Nope. Once she switched to a gentle routine, it was night and day. It's like a weight lifted, she told me. I feel fresh and my skin's happy again. Here's how: in the shower, use warm water to open things up, then a soft cloth with mild soap. Nothing fancy or perfumey, just clean. Scrub lightly in circles, then rinse until the water runs clear. Pat dry with a towel, don't rub hard, and let them air out a minute before deodorant. Why? Wet skin plus product equals irritation city. Takes maybe 4 minutes, and you'll notice smoother skin, less stink, and a lighter feeling all over. Sue swears by it. I wish I'd known this years ago. Your lymph nodes will thank you, and so will your favorite shirt. Now your nose, your breath of life. Take a deep breath right now. How's it feel? Clear and easy, or a little stuffed up? We breathe 20,000 times a day without thinking. But here's the kicker. If your nose isn't doing its job, you're not either. It's your built-in air filter catching dust, pollen, and germs before they hit your lungs. But let it get gunked up, and you're in for stuffy nights, foggy days, and maybe even more colds than you'd like. Ever wonder why you're tossing and turning, waking up groggy? Your nose might hold the answer. As we age, that filter needs more TLC. Mucus dries out, dust piles up, and suddenly you're snoring loud enough to wake the dog or not sleeping at all. Dr. Evans put it this way: a clogged nose means less oxygen to your brain. That's why you feel tired, forgetful, like you're running on empty. I used to blame allergies or just getting old, but then I met Tom. At 70, he'd given up on breathing easy. I'd wake up gasping, head pounding, he said. Thought it was my lot in life. A simple rinse changed everything. I sleep like a rock. Now he grinned, and I hear the birds again. Here's the fix. Start your day with a splash of warm water around your nostrils. Wakes up your nose and clears overnight junk. For a deeper clean, grab a saline spray, cheap and easy, or a neti pot if you're feeling adventurous. It's like a shower for your sinuses. First-timers say it's a game changer. At night, try steam. Lean over a bowl of hot water, towel over your head, and breathe deep. Add a drop of peppermint if you want a cool rush. Blow gently one side at a time. Hard blasts just make it worse. 5 minutes and you'll feel the difference clearer. Head better, sleep more, pep in your step. Tom's living proof, why not you? Then your belly button, the tiny spot you forgot. Okay, laugh if you want your belly button. Really? But hear me out. This little spot's a sneaky troublemaker. It's tucked away, collecting lint, sweat, and germs like a forgotten corner of your house. Ignore it, and you might catch a whiff of something odd or deal with redness that won't quit. Ever had an itch you couldn't place or a smell that made you wonder? Yep, could be that tiny navel saying, "Hey, clean me!" I didn't think much of it either until I heard about Mary 77, a grandma who bakes the best cookies in town. I kept smelling something funky, she confessed. Checked my clothes, my soap, nothing. I felt so embarrassed. Turned out her belly button was the culprit. Years of quick showers left it grimy, and as skin slows down with age, it only got worse. I started cleaning it and poof, no more smell. She laughed. I had no idea I'd feel this good. Here's the deal in the shower. Dip a clean finger or a cotton swab in warm water and mild soap. Swirl it gently inside, don't jab hard, and rinse well. Dry it completely with a towel, or even a quick blast from a hairdryer on low dampness is the enemy here. Takes a minute, maybe two. Watch for redness or oozing if it lingers. See a doc, especially if you've got an old piercing. Mary's hooked now, my whole day feels cleaner. It's a small win with a big payoff. Fresher, happier you. Finally, your ears, your window to the world. Your ears, they've heard it all. I love you. From your spouse, giggles from the grandkids, the crack of a bat at a ball game. But as we get older, they can get muffled by wax, dust, or just neglect. Ever feel an itch you can't scratch or strain to hear the TV? It's not always old ears. Sometimes it's a simple fix we've overlooked. Clean them right, and you might catch sounds you've missed for years. Wax builds up more as we age. Drier skin, slower systems, and it's tempting to dig in with a cotton swab. Don't. You'll just push it deeper or hurt something. Bill 69 learned that the hard way. I couldn't hear my wife calling me. He said, voice soft. It made me feel so distant. He'd given up until a doctor showed him the right way. It's like I got my ears back, he beamed. Her voice is clear again. Here's how: use a damp cloth to wipe the outer ear around the edges, not inside. If wax is a problem, a drop of mineral oil or a trip to the doc can clear it safely. Dry them well, wet ears invite trouble. Takes 3 minutes and you'll hear the difference. No more muffling. No more huh? At dinner, Bill's back to laughing with his family, and it's a sound he wouldn't trade. Your ears deserve that too. Give them a little love. See? Just a few minutes on your tongue, feet, armpits, nose, belly button, and ears can bring back energy, comfort, and more days to enjoy life. I used to think tired was part of aging, but now I know better. How about you? Try it for a week. Tell me how you feel. If you like tips like this, hit that like button and stick around. Let's keep feeling great together.